everyone! Welcome back to the K-Beauty Manufacturing Guide series, a 5-part video to help you turn your idea into actual K-Beauty product. Last time, we covered product, MOQ, and SKU. Today, in this video, we will talk about the lead time, what it means, and why this is one of the most critical factors in your manufacturing journey. Then let's start it. Chapter 1, Lead Time. What is the lead time? Lead time is the total time from the moment you start your project until the product is ready to be shipped. In cosmetic manufacturing, it includes every step from the sample development and packaging preparation, production, and shipment. So, why is managing your lead time so important? Because if you manage it well, you can handle these 5 key points more efficiently and minimize risk through the process. Let's walk through them one by one. First, packaging readiness. By preparing packaging in advance, you can reduce the risk of production delays caused by missing or late packaging. And second, launch and stock stability. Managing lead time helps prevent last-minute shortages, so your launch stays on schedule and products remain available. Third is budget efficiency. With clear timelines, you avoid unexpected shortage fees or rush cost. You can keep your budget under control. Fourth, marketing alignment. Coordinating lead time with your marketing plan, you can minimize the risk of mismatches campaigns and product delays. And finally, project control. With structured timelines, you can lower the chances of sudden surprise and keep full control over your project. So, if you focus on these 5 points, your project will run much smoother. Chapter 2, Lead Time Breakdown. Now, let's break down the lead time process. It's easier to understand if you look at it in 8 simple typical lead time breakdown consultation. Step 1. Consultant. To minimize your lead time, the very first step is to create a clear and detailed product brief with your consultant. And here, communication is everything. The more precise and transparent you are, the smoother and the process will be. If you can define your concept, formula, texture, color, fragrance, and packaging in line with your brand identity from the beginning, you are already halfway to success. I recommend you to create a detailed product brief. The more specific it is, the more shorter your lead time will be. Now, let's talk about sample development. So each sampling rounds usually take around 3 to 4 weeks for the lab to prepare your sample. And of course, depends on the situation, it could take longer. But if you include the time you need to test and evaluate the sample, one full round can take around 4 to 6 weeks in total. Also, it can be depend on you as well. So after you test out your sample, if you feel like the improvements are required, you will go through the resampling based on your feedback. So the more rounds you do, the longer the lead time will becomes. That's why it's so important that you know how you like to go with the sample and the products, and providing a clear and specific feedback is so important. Once the final formula is approved by you, the sampling stage can be complete. To get an accurate quotation, a few key details must be finalized. First, the formulation, which is confirmed through the sampling process. Second, the type of packaging and the product volume you would like to go with, whether it's a tube, pump, or jar, and in what size. Third, the packaging options, such as whether you need an insert, a spatula, sticker on the box, etc. If any of these details are missing, the quotation can be changed later on. So it's always best to finalize everything before the quotation is issued to you. Next is the city test, or we call compatibility test. This stage is really important because it checks whether the formulations and the packaging work well together. The test has three main purposes. First, to make sure the formulation remains stable and doesn't break down. Second, to confirm the product is safely stored in the container without leaking. And third, to ensure the product is convenient for consumers to actually use. This process usually takes about 1 month, so it's something you need to factor into your timeline. If I provide you some tips to minimize the risk and shorten the lead time, decide on your packaging as early as product brief stage, together with your formulation concept. Once the city test is done and get confirmed, it's really important to order your packaging and components right away. That's because the production date can be set once every packaging materials are ready at the factory. Finally, this is the production stage. Once the products are manufactured, we go through a COA check to make sure the final goods match the approved samples. COA stands for Certificate of Analysis. This document verifies that the product is in normal condition by testing factors such as pH, color, viscosity, appearance, and even microbiological safety. When the COA is approved, production is finally officially complete. Yay! Finally, we move on to product shipment. Once the products are completed, they are picked up and prepared for delivery. Chapter 3, How to Managing Your Lead Time with Korea. At WITH.C Korea, our role is to guide and support you through every stage of the process so you can manage your lead time efficiently and smoothly. So with C Korea start together from the consulting stage, we help you create a detailed product brief based on your target price and target market, formulation, what you like to achieve, the brand identity, etc. At the sampling stage, we review and verify samples before we sending them to you and share the real-time updates via photos, videos, and calls to speed up decision-making. By going through this process with us, you can save significant time and reduce unnecessary resampling. While sampling the formulation, we cross-check the timeline between formula development and packaging sampling. In this way, we make sure the formulation works well with the packaging so we can pass the city test smoothly. During the production, the key is quality assurance. We make sure the products match the approved samples and the COA will be provided to you. And as a last step, we make sure your products are shipped safely and delivered on time. Lead time isn't just a schedule, it's your entire production strategy. By managing lead time well, you can save your money, time, and stress. If you'd like to discuss about your project with us in more detailed manner, contact WITH.C Korea. Next time, we will talk about sample development process. We will cover how to work with your manufacturer and how to give effective feedback. Then see you next time!